Welcome to History Uncovered. Today we journey through one of the most turbulent and transformative periods in modern history, the French Revolution. This epic saga tells the story of a nation pushed to its breaking point, the rise of extraordinary figures, and the dramatic fall of a monarchy that ended with the guillotine, forever altering the course of France and the world. In the decades leading up to 1789, France was a nation on the brink of collapse. Enlightenment ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity spread like wildfire through the salons and marketplaces, challenging the old regime's divine right and aristocratic privilege. The Estates General, convened to address the kingdom's financial crisis, quickly became a battleground for radical ideas and resentments that had festered for centuries. At the center of this maelstrom was King Louis XVI, a well-intentioned but indecisive ruler whose inability to reform and manage the kingdom's finances deepened the crisis. Beside him stood his queen, Marie Antoinette, whose extravagant lifestyle and perceived indifference to the suffering of the poor made her an easy target for public ire. Their reign, marked by a widening gap between the opulent elite and the impoverished masses, set the stage for revolt. As frustration reached its boiling point, a coalition of radical voices emerged. Visionaries such as Maximilien Robespierre, Georges Danton, and Jean-Paul Marat rallied the people with impassioned speeches and incendiary pamphlets, calling for an end to tyranny and a complete reordering of society. Their ideas resonated with a populace desperate for change, and soon the revolution was in full swing. On July 14, 1789, the storming of the Bastille, a medieval fortress and symbol of royal oppression, ignited a nationwide uprising. The fall of this once formidable prison became the rallying cry for liberty, signaling that the people would no longer be shackled by the chains of despotism. The revolution quickly swept through France, toppling old institutions and dismantling centuries of feudal order. As the National Assembly took bold steps to reshape the nation, the monarchy found itself increasingly isolated. Amid mounting pressure, King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette were put on trial for treason. In a dramatic and irreversible moment, the guillotine claimed their lives. Louis XVI on January 21, 1793, and Marie Antoinette later that same year. Their beheadings were not just the fall of a king and queen. They marked the violent end of an era and the birth of a radical republic. Yet the revolution was far from over. Under the watchful eye of Robespierre and the Committee of Public Safety, thousands were executed in the name of defending the revolution. The fervor for purity and justice turned into a relentless campaign of suspicion and bloodshed. As revolutionary zeal morphed into ruthless tyranny, internal divisions soon emerged among the revolutionaries themselves. Figures like Danton and Marat, who had once united the people with their fiery rhetoric, found themselves at odds over the direction of the new republic. The intense atmosphere of paranoia and retribution eventually led to the Thermidorian reaction, a backlash against the excesses of the terror that culminated in Robespierre's arrest and execution in July 1794. In the aftermath, France struggled to find a new balance between order and liberty. The subsequent rise of Napoleon Bonaparte would build upon the foundations laid during these years, as France emerged from the chaos to establish a new order that in many ways carried forward the ideals and the contradictions of the revolution. The French Revolution was a cataclysmic event driven by deep-seated economic, social, and political grievances. Its legacy is a complex tapestry of inspiring ideals and devastating violence, a reminder that the quest for freedom often comes at a great cost. Thank you for joining us on this immersive exploration of the French Revolution, a saga of fiery passion, monumental sacrifice, and enduring legacy. Stay tuned to History Uncovered as we continue to reveal the captivating stories of historical events and figures who have indelibly shaped our world.